Can you look and see what it looks like, please? Like what the title is? Oh, I think they can hear me. 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 Well, good morning, everybody. Yes, I muted the wrong thing. That's how I roll, apparently. You know what? I'm going to make this a little bigger because that looks weird. I don't know why it looks weird. Or maybe I'll do... Whoa. I don't know. How about... I don't know. I don't know why it looks weird. Does it look weird? All right. Megan says no. So, good morning. I am Dr. Josh, Digital Hammurabi, and it has just been so long since we did a live stream. And, oh man, the side chat's working in this cool little thingamawhat's-it. Yeah. I'm so lame. When I get something to work, it's very exciting. So Megan is in the other room, and she may join us if I'm really good. No, I'm just kidding. But she is working on getting the YouTube channel, like the background or the, what's it called? The header. You know, that's right. The header and the, nope, she says that's it. She's working on getting all the graphics and everything looking right. So I said, you know what? We haven't talked to everybody in a while. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to say hey, and maybe field some questions, or I don't know, just give you guys a little bit of an update on what's been going on. We did a cool show on Jim Major's channel last night, Disciple of Kairos. So if you haven't seen that, I think I can probably find a link. Oh, Megan says she'll find it. You know what? I'm going to tilt this down a little. You think that's legal? So y'all can see my shirt, which says, y'all need Jesus. Right. So I've been doing a lot of stuff. Well, let me talk about the show I was just telling you about. So we went on with Jerry and Misha Griffith over at, what is their channel called? What is it? No. History Unsettled. Yep. They also have something called Useless History, which of course is not. It's a little tongue-in-cheek. But it was good. We talked about monsters throughout history in the ancient world. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You know, I feel like I should have the green screen up right now. I don't know why. Maybe I should put the green screen up. That's all right. I won't. Oh, and Misha's here. How you doing, Dr. Griffith? No, it was great. A lot of fun. If you guys haven't watched their stuff, they are a hoot. Spoiler alert. Well, I guess I won't be too much of a spoiler, but there's a really cool part near the end where we have a special guest that comes in. So go watch it. It was a lot of fun. Totally unexpected. Yeah, so it was great. But I've been on Skylars Channel an awful lot, which has been great. If you guys haven't subbed to Skylars Channel, you should go do that. Trying to break 5,000 up there, and we're getting close. So, yeah, definitely go check that out. We are moving. You know, we've really, if you haven't been there in a while, we've really up production. Megan put together this fantastic computer thanks to all of your help. There are a lot of people that actually donated. Some people that donated parts. This microphone, this amazing microphone that makes my voice sound so amazing, was donated. The graphics card was donated. Yeah, and just a lot of money. Certain people donated, and of course, you guys watching and subscribing and donating on super chats and everything just made it possible. But anyway, we've been able to up the production on Skylars Channel because this is a Windows computer, which I don't know if has everybody seen it. Only if they're on Twitter. You know what? I'm gonna try it. Can I do it? The cable's not very long on this. Damn it. Can you see it? It's very pretty. And right now it's very angry at me because it got loud. But anyway, I was trying to show you the inside where the RAM has lights on it. And there's like a clear spot where you can see through. Okay, anyway. So what was I talking about? Oh, right. So because this is a Windows machine, and both Skylar and I before this used Mac computers or Mac, computers. I'm just rambling on about nothing. I'm really sorry. There's a reason that Megan is the biggest part of this channel. This has Streamlabs. We can use Streamlabs OBS on this because it's a Windows computer. So anyway, it production value has, I think, gone up quite substantially. So if you haven't been over on Skylars Channel recently, definitely get over there and subscribe. Help us break that 5,000 mark. You will not be disappointed. A lot of good guests coming on, and of course, a lot of good guests are going to be coming on here. Megan is starting a Twitch account. She is going to be playing Heaven's Gold Vault. Heaven's Golden Vault. No, I'm just being silly. It's Heaven's Gold. It's not Heaven's Gold. It's Heaven's Vault. I don't know what it is, but apparently it has something to do with history, and I don't know why she's interested in history, but she's going to be playing that on Twitch, which is great. And we have Anna Mesopotamia. If you haven't heard about it, that's going to be coming up really soon. Well, I think it's slated to come up in the next 6 months, like actually heavy online, so it's not really soon, but that's going to be a lot of fun, sort of like a kids channel that we've been talking about for a while. Megan has all the cartoons, the basis of the basic cartoons drawn, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We just got to write the scripts, and it'll be great. I rapped. If you haven't seen that, I broke it down old school. It really was old school. It was sort of like Will Smith rapping, but in the Fresh Prince. But that was a lot of fun. Thinking about putting it up on iTunes just so I can laugh at myself. If you guys want me to put it up on iTunes, let me know. I think it's like $15 or something to put it up there. But the Kent Hovind rap is over on Skylars Channel. Call me Dr. T-Rex. So go over there and take a look at that. What else? Megan's silent. She's consecrating. That wasn't funny. Sorry. What questions do you guys have for me? I'll talk about some other things while I'm thinking of it. 24 you guys watching. That's awesome. I love this channel. I love you guys. Right, so finished up the slavery series. I am into my 4th chapter of the book, which is going to be great. So to kind of give you guys a bit of a layout, and I think we'll put the introduction up on the YouTube, the website. Thank you, sweetheart. I put the introduction up on the website in the table of contents, but we'll put some of the chapters up on Patreon like we did with the Sumerian grammar book, which, by the way, is almost back from peer review, so that should be great. A lot of really really intelligent people, much more intelligent than I am, reviewing that book. So should be good. I'll get that into print soon. Yes, Megan's Soothing Stories, Alias Fake Name reminds me. And we've been recording, if you haven't seen it, I've been recording Genesis in Hebrew. So a little taste of it. It sounds something like Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. And Siri didn't know how to respond to that, apparently. So that makes sense. But that's been good. Genesis chapter 2 just went up a couple days ago. I was talking about something else. Oh, I got a question about slavery. Where is it? Oh, I see it. Sarah Slaps Chat. Okay. I've heard you say that slavery in the Bible was not like slavery in the antebellum South. What do you mean exactly? Yeah, I don't know is a better way of saying that. I don't know much about antebellum slavery in the South. So when I say that I don't know that I would say it's not like it. It doesn't need to be like it to be bad. But I'm not an American history scholar, and because this is such a contentious topic, and people are really, as they should be, right, being very careful about the details of what people are saying. I think it's very important. I don't want to comment on what I think antebellum slavery was like. I will say this, did a little bit of just cursory reading, so take this with the smallest grain of salt, if that's how that idiom works. But I did do some reading. There's something that I think we all need to pay careful attention to, and that is the difference between what the law called for, what the law stipulated, both in the biblical text and in American history, in the American legal system, and what was actually practiced. So when you look at the biblical texts, we almost always go to what the laws say in Exodus and Deuteronomy and Leviticus. And the reason that we do that is because if we're trying to make the argument that if we're trying to get at God's morality, the morality of the deity in the Old Testament, then that's where you have to kind of go to the laws. You can't go to what people did. That being said, I wonder sometimes, and this is just me sort of thinking and reading at a very cursory level, I wonder if people, when they talk about slavery in the antebellum South, they're not focused. They're doing the opposite. They're not focusing on what the laws called for or the stipulations that were in place, but more what was actually done. I don't know that, but I suspect that probably happened. So actually, if we have any good American history scholars out there that would like to take a crack at that and put a video together, I'd be very happy to promote it here, because I do think that there probably were stipulations in the legal texts, in the laws during antebellum slavery. Not that they were, in no way am I saying that they were good any more than I'm saying that the biblical laws were good. But people tend to, thinking of the biblical text, people tend to go and say, oh, look, you're supposed to in the law treat foreigners well and, take care of them, treat them well is a little extreme. I think in some of these circumstances, a bit of a misunderstanding as to what that means. But, and of course, the word foreigner itself, I think, is misunderstood. Nonetheless, people say, oh, look, sure, you could beat a slave, but there were limits to how you could beat it, and that's supposed to be like a good thing by today's standards, I guess is what I'm saying. And so people tend to defend biblical slavery in that way. Look, you had to give them off one day a week. Look, you had to, you could only keep them for 6 years. You couldn't keep them for more, unless they were foreign slaves. But of course, that was it's often ignored, I'm sad to say. And if it's not ignored, it's sort of glossed over or dealt with in a very unscholarly fashion. But yeah, that I'd be very interested to see if somebody knows, or if there's a video already out about it. That would be interesting to see. Yeah. If you do have a question, it's much easier for me to see it if you do the @Digital Hammurabi thing. That's why Sarah Slaps chats. I didn't see it. I apologize. Also, something that's going to be coming is we have found out very recently, thank you, Cyrus the Skeptic, that I've been trying to do a call-in style program, a call-in style show for a month or so, trying to figure out how to do it. And it turns out if you just ask, you can find out things. So I determined that we have Zoom. We purchased the one of the subscriptions for Zoom so that we could host 3 people in a conversation for more than 40 minutes without it shutting off. So apparently Zoom has the function where you can, when you send the link to someone, or when you create a room, there's a phone number associated with it. So we can just say in the program, maybe 10 minutes before the Q&A session, like right now I could say, I've set up a Zoom link if the number is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you guys could call in and it shows up on the screen, on my screen, and I can just click and unmute you guys, and one at a time, and we can just do a call-in Q&A. So stay tuned for that on Skylars Channel. That'll be coming up. Stay tuned for it on our channel. I just think it's a lot easier than trying to keep up in the chat, and I think it'd be more interesting when we have guests on. Hey, you're on with Dr. Yana Matuszek, or Jennifer Ross, or Jeremiah Peterson. Anyway, yeah. So what else? What do you think of this amazing background, by the way? I hope it's okay that I say all this, but this is Christina Back, Blackfeather's work. It's amazing. Just trying to get my weird-looking self out of the way so you can see it. Hand-painted. And she did it on, she did most of it live, right, Megan? And you can, I think you go to her channel and watch it, right? Yep. So yeah, it's amazing work of art. Thank you so much for allowing us to use it like this. It makes such a cool background. And of course are we going to be doing something with it? Megan's coming in because she's, I think, tired of me screwing stuff up. She'll probably say she's not, but.
So once Christina's managed to get a scan of the painting, she's going to send us the original.
Man, you look good.
So do you. Dr. Josh, if you were a pizza, would you eat yourself?
Hey, look, it did it. It came up. We need to make the text bigger for that. Can you guys see it? Whoa, it was aliens. Citation needed. Thank you, Skylar. Oh, yes, Skylar Fiction for $5. I feel like I know that name. Okay, maybe if I evolve a bit more, I'll realize who he is. Okay, I'm here to help. This isn't my wife. It's a video of her. Okay.
But Christina's going to send us the original of the painting, and she said we can either auction the original off for our HAPS program or auction off, we'll have a print made and auction off the print.
It is entirely possible that I will be bidding on that, so much so because I want it in the background.
This is the thing. It's such an amazing painting that if we auction it, we're going to be bidding on it.
We're going to do an auction in Yorkshire. To answer your question, Skylar. Oh, everybody go check out the YouTube banner, she says, because Megan's been working quite hard on it. She said something about she likes graham crackers or something. I don't know what she said. Damn it. Oh, Skylar, to answer your question, Dr. Josh, if you were a pizza, would you eat yourself? That's a new stage in evolution. You remember Pizza the Hut from, what was it, Spaceballs? Yeah, so I think that's actually quite detrimental to one's health. One gets locked in a limo, and one eats oneself if they are Pizza the Hut. So probably not, no. Okay. Yes. So good morning, everyone. If you're just joining us, we are just kind of doing a little short wrap session, kind of giving everybody an update. We are going to get back to doing these, I promise. It's been a little weird with Megan being gone to the UK. Me wearing my Y'all Need Jesus t-shirt, I'm sure has had somewhat of an effect. But we are going to get back to doing our Digital Hammurabi Hangouts, and we are also going to start using that live call-in to do some Q&As. There's some other cool stuff coming up. A lot of people on the list to be interviewed. So anyway, we're just trying to get back in a bit of a groove. It's been difficult having young Oliver. Sometimes he likes to sleep, like right now, and sometimes he doesn't. So, do I see another question? So Dinah Cat loves me. Sorry, it's far away, so I'm having a tough time reading it. I asked several times if you and Megan would like to adopt an adorable kitten and was ignored. So all of my available kittens are being turned into the Baltimore SPCA today. I don't remember that. Oh, yeah. Megan says she hasn't had any requests to adopt a kitten. We probably wouldn't be able to at the moment, given the recent problems. Not problems, but our house is very small. It's very small, and the cats that we had actually were going crazy because it's so small. Hopefully that was a real comment. And anyway, I'm not good enough to know, but I'm sure it was. So right, Dean Martin, book will be published. Actually, I think that's a question for Megan. So if we're talking about the Sumerian grammar, which I think we are, because Dean's been working very hard at the Sumerian lessons, which is fantastic. It's what we're sending out emails this week. Yeah, so we're sending out emails this week to the people that are peer reviewing it. Again, brilliant scholars. They're very busy, but we definitely want that to be peer reviewed. Not all of our books will be peer reviewed. Oh, there it goes again. It was aliens. Now they're super. Good Lord. Thank you, Sarah Slaps Chat. She donated $20. Wow. Sorry. Okay. Sarah Slaps Chat for $20. I say this in Kent Hovind's voice. What other voice would I say? Perhaps I could try to do an impression of that Dr. Bowen person. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. One drop of water will cover the world if you spread it real thin. Okay? And that's how the flood happened. And we know that because the earth is only 6,000 years old. And if you think a dog came from a non-dog, well, that's just not science. Okay? And you can feel free to believe that. It's the dumbest religion in the world. But you can feel to believe that. But don't take taxpayer money to fund your religion. Thank you very much, Sarah. That's fantastic. Oh, yeah, so Dinah Cat loves me. Sorry, it definitely wasn't rudeness. I don't think I've ever seen that, and that's I'm sure the Baltimore SPCA is gonna take very good care of the cats. I don't know that at all, but yeah, sorry. I probably shouldn't ever comment or talk. Megan, you should just come in here and take this over. That's the best thing. I'm kidding. They would probably all really enjoy that if you came in here and stopped me from talking. Oh, okay. Yep. Megan says we do have to leave soon. Yeah. We've got about 8 minutes left. So what other questions do you have? Hey, Christina Blackfeather's here. Sorry, a lot of people are here, but we were just talking about her and her work. So what else? Man, there's something else I feel like we're going to be talking about. We are going to, on Skylars Channel, be having a member of the NIFB coming on. I think he's a member of the NIFB. And talking to us about, Christina, I'm going to show it off yet again because it's so amazing. Woo. Look at that thing. Amazing. Like, I look at work like this and I think, how do humans produce something like that? I don't know. Phenomenal. And I will outbid all of you. I'm just telling you because I want this thing. So, yeah, we are going to have a member of the NIFB coming on to talk about their very reasonable beliefs. If you guys haven't, Jonah Epstein says, beard. Hey, you know what? If you guys are surprised by this means you haven't been watching me on Skylars Channel. This is not good. Guys, need to get over there and subscribe if you haven't. A lot of fun stuff going on there. But yeah, we're going to be having somebody on the NIFB. If you haven't been following that, these are the very odd They're not odd. I guess they're just horrible people that have been. They just did a Make America Straight Again conference down in Florida, which makes me want to weep and then die. Yeah, so it's definitely show up for that and give us some support as we talk to this guy. So I think it's Skylar. I think you're still out in the chat. Yeah, you are. I see you. Is that Wednesday? This is guys. It's coming up soon. Again, if you're just joining us and you didn't see the discussion that we had last night with Jerry and Misha over on Jim Major's channel, we had a discussion with John Peterson. John Peterson interviewed the four of us, and it was just a blast. And we talked about monsters, which was dope, and it was just a lot of fun. So go check that out. Jim Major's channel, which is Disciple of 𝀭Support. Disciple of 𝀭Support. And make sure you subscribe while you're there because Jim Majors is an amazing guy. Hey, there's Raging Atheist. Another person, if you haven't subscribed to Raging, you need to go subscribe. Same with Milwaukee Atheist. Now I'm just looking through the chat. There are a lot of awesome people here. Get over there and subscribe. Anyway. Right. Well, I guess I should probably start wrapping this up. Megan, did you want to come in and say anything before we close this down? Again, any last minute questions, please throw them in there. Yeah, it was weird. CCS or CC Sleeper. So Jim Majors had a power line go down, an internet line go down because of a tornado. He messaged us later. I think I was supposed to tell John that. I didn't see it until this morning. I am so terrible. Oh, No Name says, please rap. That's what I see from a distance. Well, my name's Kent Hovind. Call me Dr. T-Rex. Oh, he says, don't rap. Damn. Okay. Tim Smith, what are your thoughts on the relationship of Atrahasis, the Epic of Gilgamesh, and Noah in regards to the flood? Yeah, so the Epic of Gilgamesh is definitely essentially just taking Atrahasis. We know that. Of course, Noah is taking from that tradition. It's not like it's a motif that's just being picked up on. The text is being used. How that exactly worked is obviously impossible to know. That sort of thing is very difficult, but it's not, when you think about intertextuality and you think about the use of sorry, do you want to? Okay. Man, that is an awesome shirt.
Isn't it so cool?
I just think you're gorgeous. So, sorry, before I forget, Skylar has a Streamlabs merchandise store now, so you can get your Skylar Fiction mug and T-shirts just like you can get with us. And it's the anti-apologetics line for a limited time only.
We do have to go now because
sorry.
father-in-law for breakfast. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Good morning, everyone who said good morning to me. I'm sorry I was not here. I've been battling with graphic design, but I think I've succeeded and it looks good. So good morning, everyone. Sarah Slaps chat asks if I can do a Kent Hovind impression. No, I can impersonate no one but myself. And even then I sometimes get it wrong.
But to sorry, to quickly finish up, because I got a little bit of a squirrel there. Wow, stuff going on in the side chat now. I don't know what to say. Skylar Fiction condoms are coming soon. And then Sarah Slaps chat says Skylar Fiction panties.
I'd wear those.
It'd have to have the hat.
On my butt.
On my butt.
On my
bottom. They say
speak into that. I'm sorry. Hello. I say good morning and that we have to go soon. And I can't do a Kent Hovind impression. But that I like the sound of Skylar Fiction panties because then I get to wear Skylar's hat on my butt.
So quickly before I go, to finish that thought, issues of intertextuality are very, very difficult. There's sort of a spectrum. You can have like a general theme, a general motif, or I always mix up those words, but that sort of runs throughout the ancient Near East. So if you think about, or any area, but if you think about the legal text, the legal system, there's not always this direct borrowing. Where somebody sits down and says, "Oh, okay, the Mesopotamians had this law, and so we're going to have this law." That's not how that goes. The same thing you can see in the Psalms, or really in the biblical text when you think about the Ugaritic texts. There's sort of just like a general motif that exists in the region, a tradition that exists in the region, and the people are using that, and so that's why there's some consistency. However, you also have on the other extreme, the other end of the spectrum, where you have direct borrowings. You can tell from the words that are used, the individual lexemes, that are being used, that there's direct borrowing, that there's an intentionality. We are trying to copy this text. We're trying to, turn this text on its head, for example. And so you can see that not just from language to language or region to region, but you see this in Akkadian texts, for example, with the Anzu myth developing into Enuma Elish. There's direct borrowing there, and it's not borrowing; it's changing the genre, I suppose, in a sense, developing it. Okay, Megan's going to shoot me if I don't go. 49 people watching right now, listening to me ramble on. This is fantastic. You guys are amazing. All right. I am going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you guys so much for watching. Skylar and I are going to be doing a show tonight. I don't know what it's on, but it'll be on his channel. I know I talk a lot about his show, but I do there's a lot of the production on it now, and I just really enjoy going on with him. If you haven't watched it, sorry. There is a show that we did 2 days ago, right, Skylar? That was we reviewed a guy whose channel, his name is Alan Parr. Actually, it's the guy that I reviewed some of his slavery stuff because Cosmic Skeptic reviewed it, and then What Do You Meme reviewed it, and then I reviewed it. But he has The Beat is what it's called, and the title it's a stream on masturbation and whether it's a sin or not, and when it's a sin. So we called our video To Beat or Not to Beat, That's Masturbation. So it was a lot of fun. It's actually a really fun stream, so go check it out over on Skylars Channel. But anyway, okay. I will let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. And right. You guys are awesome. I love you. This was such a good idea. All right. Until next time, resist poor scholarship. Always ask, how do you know that? Bye, guys.